Double-digit value.
Football is because sometimes you get tired, you start thinking negative, you don't move at the same time, and it's really hard to catch breath. But at the same time, this is a totally different starting 11 than we saw before as well. A lot of new faces playing first time together. That's a good play for Martial.
Here's Martial, brilliant from Martial on a play for Lingard. We have a goal, and it's beautifully created by the Frenchman, Anthony Martial. Jesse Lingard pounces, and Manchester United lead on the cusp of half-time.
Oh, tremendous goal. I mean, what can you do when people are taking you on inside your own penalty area? You can't make a challenge. All credit to Martial. Fantastic bit of skill.
This is the Anthony Martial I've been craving for. Anthony Martial from his first season, taking on defenders with pace. And look at that, it's 3 Real Madrid defenders coming out, but he believes in himself. Right, left, he gets a little bit lucky with that, and then he chooses the right option, and Jesse Lingard scores.
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic for the crowd. They've erupted.
Shades of his run against Liverpool at Old Trafford from Anthony Martial, but this time it was Lingard who put it in the net, and it's Manchester United who lead by a goal to nil.
Hopefully,
in the heat in Santa Clara.
Hopefully this will bring a smile to his face, because he needs to start smiling, enjoying his football back again. When you're a young player,
has to be careful, and he wasn't. And that is a penalty. Theo Hernandez had only just got up from the floor, having been knocked down by Mkhitaryan, and he's now in a crumpled heap after the challenge from...
There's no need to make it. Just go and protect him. Oh, dear me.
And even you, Paddy, can't say that's not a penalty.
Excuse for that. No.
That's a stonewall penalty, but a great ball from Kovacic as well. And we saw why they brought Theo Hernandez in for them runs. He's powerful when he gets going, and penalty for Real Madrid.
And it's going to be Casemiro to take this. David De Gea will do his best. Let's see what indeed he can do. Not a lot about that. That was travelling straight into the back of the net, and Real Madrid are on terms with 3/4 of the game gone.
No, you always say when you take a penalty, an old Scots will just blitter it, aim it and hit it as hard as you can, and that's exactly what he done, giving the goalkeeper no chance. Silly penalty.
But it was once again that quick free kick they took, and we were not on guard, we were ball watching. Kovacic gets the ball, Hernandez, that was fouled, gets up, makes that run, and Victor should just stand with him.
Will get us started in this shootout.
Well, it's handy if you score the first one.
Produced a real moment of magic in the game. What can he do from 12 yards?
Oh, God almighty.
That has flown over the top.
But he's not took any run up or anything, he's just stood beside the ball, and oh dear me, it's a dreadful penalty that. What did I say? Very rarely does MD score with the 5 penalties.
You can still finish 4-4, you get a 6-1, Paddy. Doesn't have to be 5-5. At the same time, not the best penalty. Anthony Martial went for a little bit too much power with no run up at all. And now it's Mateo Kovacic.
Chance for him to step forward and give Real Madrid the lead. And David De Gea has the answer. No surprise in this game that he was going to grab the headlines. And we stay at 0-0 after a penalty each.
And this is confident. The young Scott McTominay coming up to the ball as well. I would really love him to score this one, because even if it's a friendly, a penalty shootout for the first team, you want that for your confidence to score that one. Otherwise, you won't be sleeping if you miss.
Our goalkeeper always gets us off the hook, doesn't he? He has for the moment.
So it's as if those 2 penalties didn't happen.
Well,
in terms of the scoreboard.
Don't miss, son. Make sure this goes in. Make sure it goes in.
They always say, hit the target. He does, but Kiko Casilla has the answer, and we're still at 0-0 after 3 kicks.
I just feel for the younger players, especially on this occasion. You step up in the first team and you miss it. It's something, it's always going to be back on your mind as well. I really wanted him to score.
Say 100 times, just got bloated. He's trying to place it.
Number 32,
Oscar Rodriguez for Real Madrid. I bet he didn't think he'd have the chance to get the first penalty on the board.
He saves it.
And it's saved by David De Gea, and no one can find the back of the net.
The little Armenian he's stepping up now.
Oh, fantastic, isn't it? Well, you expect him, don't you? Expect anything from him.
Great height, great hand there from David De Gea.
Right, so it's as if the first two penalties for either side didn't actually happen.
Well, let's hope this one does.
Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's already found the back of the net on this tour a couple of times.
Well done,
and he
Mickey.
does so this time. Finally, there's a goal in this penalty shootout.
He's only rolled it in, hasn't he?
See, you don't have to go for your type of penalties, Paddy, to score. Nice, easy, composed, send the keeper the wrong way, give him the eyes.
I couldn't do that.
You know, he's that type of player as well. He's silky.
Yeah, he's tremendous.
He walks back there to everyone as if to say, what was your problem?
Can you do it again, David?
This is a chance for Real Madrid to get back on terms. Luis Quesada.
Oh, he's did he get a hand to that?
Yeah, he did.
Just squeezed it through the hands of David De Gea, and it's 1-1.
He did, Paddy. You can see that on the replay. He did get a hand, and he comes down.
Oh dear.
So it's Victor Lindelof who steps up next, and he'll really want to score, having given away the penalty that ultimately tied this game up. Number 2 looking to give United a second goal. Saves again. The goalkeepers are starring in the shootout.
Oh, the goalkeepers are not starting. I think they're bad penalties.
That was not a good penalty for Victor. He wanted to go centrally, go for safety, but Kiko Casillas stays up and reads that. Stands on his line.
I think he just slipped there as he took that. Lindelof.
Theo Hernandez, the next to take the long walk and to try his luck against De Gea. And he hasn't even hit the target.
Missed it by a mile, hasn't he? What is going on?
Even, Paddy.
What is going on?
This may go down in history as one of the worst shootouts ever. So we stay level at 1-1, and Daley Blind will step forward for United for what could be.
He's calm and composed, Daley Blind. I like his little left foot. I think he will score this one. Dave, Paddy.
Oh dear me.
So, composure required here.
Hit the blooming back of the net.
Daley Blind with the left peg to give United the edge. He does.
Straight down the middle.
Now there's pressure. Straight down the middle. It's amazing how that works and how often it works.
It does, because he stayed on his line, Kiko Casillas, and Victor missed his penalty. So he was guessing that the keeper has to go this time, and he puts it down the middle.
And I think that's what Victor Lindelof was trying to do before him.
Casemiro, the guy that scored a penalty for 1-1 as well. You like that type of penalty, and David saves it for the win.
You can't score 2 in the same game, can you?
Let's see. It's Casemiro to keep Real Madrid alive.
Well,
he doesn't.
I tell you, that's the one.
And Manchester United win the shootout. What a bizarre shootout as well. It's not often you see 10 penalties and only 3 go in. But that's the story here. Real Madrid managed to tie the game up, but couldn't do anything in the shootout. Manchester United win 2 points from the game, and the International Champions Cup campaign continues, with smiles on faces eventually for those in red. Final score 1-1 in 90 minutes. United win 2-1.